Alright, this is Synoptic and I'm doing commentary for Empire Total War Multiplayer. I'm playing as United Provinces with 3 Scots, 3 line infantry, 1 Swiss Guard, 1 militia, 3 guard to corps, 2 light dragoons and a hussar in the woods. My opponent is Spain is using 11 line infantry, 4 24-pounder foot artillery, 2 cazadors, 2 regiment of horse and general's bodyguard. Now I rushed the left here, the right, his right, my left, because of the allocation of his artillery. We're playing under his rules. The rules were no fixed artillery, and when people say no fixed artillery, that normally means they're going to camp. So in my advance, I rushed the left side, as I said, and he's retaliated with a regiment of horse. This is pretty much to stop my advance, because I'm moving very quickly. I went straight away. And while he tries to reallocate his men, he's sending all his left body to the right side, which what appears to be where my army is. He's already routed one of my riflemen with that artillery. Because there were 4 units, they deal a lot of damage. Even after that 1.3 patch, it deals so much damage. But since this is a very quick battle by the way, while he's sending his men, he has temporarily left 2 units of 24-pounder foot artillery vulnerable, and I'm gonna send a hussar to come get them. So I'm manipulating micromanagement here. It does not take very long for these hussars to get to their destination. He's also sent his 2nd regiment of horse at my rifleman. This one's gonna fare a lot better than the other one that I shown, because riflemen can't really fight. And I really just want to get my fight underway. And underway it has gone. I've sent my first main body, consisting of 4 line infantry. My second one's coming soon. It initially is going to be used to form support for my riflemen, who are currently under attack by that regiment of force. I sent a unit of guards corps to hit these cazadors, and they're now routing. So while my envelopment's underway, he's sending his other 2 units of foot artillery to get a better view on me. And it's not going to be long before I send a light dragoon, who's also hidden in the woods, to smack this one. At this point, both units of foot artillery are destroyed, and I still have my hussars. I'll pull them out soon. They are now under attack by general's bodyguard and line infantry in square formation. And coming back to those 2 24-pounder foot artillery, they are now being hit by my light dragoons. At this point, he has lost his 2 units of foot artillery. Now over here, he's launched a melee assault against my Scots. He probably doesn't realize that Scots are far superior in melee to normal line infantry. These guys can really fight. Even with their charge bonus, they're going to start routing. And back over here, he has a returning cazador unit. I'm just going to shoot them while I continue to envelop. In this left rush, I'm going to be really heavy on the single line envelopment, because that's taking advantage over this current allocation of his men. I'm causing a lot of confusion here with my cavalry. He has only a general's bodyguard left, with both of his regiment of force destroyed. So I'm going to continuously pretty much sacrifice some units of dragoons to make these guys keep him out of the battle. The main fight, which is here. And this envelopment isn't going to stop. That unit of line infantry I used to reroute the cazadors is now moving into another position to further surround my opponent. He's losing linemen quite quickly. That's the 2nd line infantry unit that was there. That one's routing. And during this time, I've reallocated my riflemen to the flanks of my main body, my initial main body of 4 linemen. And my supporting line infantry is slowly being put into the envelopment here. As you can probably hear, my main focus in this battle was to keep my opponent busy, very, very busy. If I maintain the initiative, I keep a track of what's going on, and I'm going to keep him on his toes and make him make mistakes. And as you can see in the background, my cavalry do not stop moving. For now, I'm going to send them back into my main body, because he still has some units here. A lot of them are facing now. They're now facing the main fight. He's now decided to neglect the cavalry, which is what he probably should have done in the first place. But he has this hill here. He keeps sending men to this area. It's pretty much the most vital part of the fight. If he loses this, he gets 4 extra linemen on the fight over here. And this fight is currently even. So out comes my cavalry again. He's now sent his general's bodyguard. He has lost it on contact. And they're about to be hammered and anviled by a guard to corps who are far superior to general's bodyguard. Considering a retreating opponent, he is chasing my cavalry with half his army and trying to fight this battle with the other half. I now outnumber him maybe 2 to 1 in the main fight. He only has 1 unit left on the far end. I have pretty much ignored him now. I've only left 2 units to fight this unit and placed another one right next to it in preparation to attack the following one. Now a major part of using linemen is to allocate them efficiently. See, now that one's routing, but even then I've already got my next line infantry ready to fire. And here comes my advance and my remaining ones. These guys will actually rout before they even get there. And I was creating another distraction with my light dragoons way over here, which pulled a virtually full unit of line infantry, to which I at the same time charged a huge unit of line infantry. I think it was 120 strong out of it was 100 strong out of 120. I charged them with guard to corps, routed them instantly. Yeah, giving a mild overview of my movement, I went this way, all the way over here. This is where some conflict started with some horses. I then swinged around, carried on my fight over here. This is where the main fight was. And at this point, I pretty much took this whole area. I started enveloping around here, which pushed him out. This is pretty much the middle of the field now. He still has 6 units, but all of them are very low in number. And no long range means I get to use my long range in pulling him. He wants to retreat, but he can't, essentially. And now that he's moved pretty much in range, they've copped a lot of fire from my way superior numbers. But I'm not going to let him have any chances at this point. I've sent cavalry on both my flanks to have a crushing blow. He's got 1 unit left. He's going to try and get at my horses, noticing how they've just popped out, and also retreat. And this is a big unit, by the way. So he's pretty much struck the choice, and he's going to get charged by my light dragoons. 20 meters, world record. So that's the end of him, pretty much. And what we saw was huge single line envelopment. I avoided his foot artillery. If they were howitzers, I would have ran straight at them because howitzers are useless up close, but unfortunately they were foot artillery who are more effective up close. They were both on his right side, so I ran to the left, and by doing that I tried to make him do the old mistake of making the artillery shoot themselves. When they all face a certain way, cannons will shoot their own cannons right in front of them. He didn't fall for that, however. He started moving them, but his flaw was he didn't protect his moving artillery, and he also left 1 stationary artillery behind, which was attacked by my hussars. The moving one was attacked by my light dragoons. So as he was moving his men, I also had distractions. He gave up his horse to slow my advance down, which did allow him to reallocate his men to support the main fight, which I was bringing to him. But as he lost his cavalry, I had full maneuverability in his rears, which he had to support. There was pretty much no choice. It was either support it or get smacked in the rear. Both are pretty much bad endings. And by doing that, I had numerical advantage in the main fight, allowed me to fully envelop, and that pushed him into the middle of the field. He tried to retreat, and that's where my riflemen came in. Riflemen had pulled him back into the fight, and they ran into musket fire, and that was pretty much the end of the game. Good game to Blas to Lezo.